Hey there, in this video, we're going to talk about how to close more sales without hiring expensive salespeople who probably won't work out anyway. I'm Diane Prince. I've built several businesses, one that I sold for $28 million. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more tips. My vision is to make entrepreneurship easier for anyone who wants to start a company. So let's dig into this topic today. So if you think that you need to hire a closer to scale your business, you don't. You also don't need to hire one of these lead gen companies that says that they're going to put calls on your books. From my experience, most of those are a waste of money. I have never really seen one that works well. If you have, then please share in the comments. But you can do this so much more affordably and effectively. Here's how to do it. So most founders have the skills to close a sale. You know your business really well. You know your value proposition. As long as you can listen and understand your client's problems, that goes a long way, a far way in closing sales. Most founders are just too swamped to follow up when it matters the most. So here's what I did, and here's how I've created my sales process based on SOPs, standard operating procedures, working with offshore virtual assistants instead of trying to hire a closer who's going to cost me a lot of money, a lot of training time, and probably not going to work out. Okay, so I'm going to show you the exact system I use to close more deals without adding hundreds of thousands of dollars to my payroll. Okay, so some answers we want to address are: why are you not closing as many leads as you could be? What are some steps to systematize your sales, and how can you delegate follow-up without losing the personal touch? So there's 3 really core steps to systematizing your sales. One is eliminating, I love that. One is eliminating chaos from your inbox. Okay. Chaos kills conversations. I'd go through my inbox and I used to realize, like, oh my gosh, there was a lead that came in like 2 weeks ago that I haven't even followed up with. I'd talk to people, I'd have like Zoom consultations and then not have all of the follow-up, even though knowing that when I do follow up with clients, they usually close. So it's letting so many leads kind of dangle and be unattended to. And so what I've done, one is centralize the first step is centralizing all incoming leads. Right now, my team looks at all different inboxes. I get messages from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I get messages from email, from Slack, from online groups that I'm in. So what my team does is they check all of those inboxes. So I only look in one place on things that I need to answer. And they now answer about 90% of my messages for me. So we use the project management tool Asana for this. We also use HubSpot. You can have a shared email. You can have a Slack channel. There's multiple tools that you can use to do this with. We also use Slack. Okay, and so instead of letting leads slip through LinkedIn DMs, Slack threads, email, route everything into one lead capture point that your team can manage. Like for us, we use Asana. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is assign daily first response to a virtual assistant. Okay, so typically founders are the bottleneck. Okay, especially if you're a solopreneur, you're just starting out in your business, don't be the bottleneck, but it's not that easy to do. So this is how I stopped being the bottleneck, is I started using virtual assistants to manage the first replies. Okay, took some training, but now my virtual assistants really understand my voice. They're able to actually answer for me. And sometimes they'll say, hey, this is Diane's assistant. Sometimes they just act like me. Or sometimes they say, hey, Diane, we need your help answering this one. But it's so much easier. And they're able to answer the huge percentage of and vast majority of our incoming messages. Okay. And so different tools that you can use for this. You can use templated replies. My team will periodically send me a different copy that they're thinking about. They'll ask me to approve it so I can make any adjustments. I always explain, okay, here's why I made this change so that they can know. And they use ChatGPT, but also it's so important to use ChatGPT so that it sounds like aligned. Like it either sounds like me or it sounds like matches our core values. So all of those things. But so templated replies can really help. Project management tools and CRM integrations can also help with this. If you're using a tool like Instantly, I love Instantly's Unibox, where all of you have several domains. If you know, you know. If you have several domains, and Instantly, the Unibox also combines those together. Okay, so for me, like my virtual team handles the first touches, they flag qualified leads, they book calls, and I step in when it's time to close. Okay, but they also actually help me close as well. So I have a virtual assistant who is also helping to nurture the leads, stay in touch with the leads, and help to close the leads. So that's been great. So my main thing is I step in sometimes to help close, but I also do content like this. I do speaking engagements. I'm a keynote speaker, and those are the ways that I help to attract the leads, and then my team helps to shepherd the leads through the process so that we can close and get more sales. Okay, so that's those that we've discussed too. We've discussed the centralized inbox, and we've discussed the daily first response. And then number 3 is block time daily for follow-up and closing. Okay. Remember, like sales is not about charisma. That's a myth. Sales is about consistency and showing up and being reliable and asking good questions. Okay. So you want to show how consistency and calendar discipline do lead to better closing rates. But consider the sales process as a way of showing your prospects how it's going to be when they work with you. You want it to be tight. You want to be reliable, and you want to show up. You want to articulate clearly as well. Okay. And as really remember, sales is the lifeline of your business. So time blocking can be important. Just treating follow-up as a revenue generating work. Make sure that you are always building your pipeline and doing revenue generating work. Okay. So there's 3 things, 3 steps to really help you to close more deals without hiring an expensive salesperson. 1 is unify your inbox, so keep your inbox into one place. 2 is to centralize all incoming leads. 2 is to assign daily first response to virtual assistants. And 3 is to make sure that you have time, that you're blocking off time to do the parts that are in your zone of genius. It might not be closing. It might be something else. But make sure that you're doing the things in your zone of genius, because if you're delegating, that's great. But you want to make sure that when you're delegating, that you are actually doing the work that you're meant to do that's in your zone of genius. Okay. So even 30 minutes focused a day to follow up will beat an entire week of scattered outreach. Okay. So make it sacred, make that biz dev time sacred. And here's a bonus tip. So I mentioned this earlier, make sure your VA team can pre-draft messages so you can just edit and let them know to send. I always explain why, so that they know the next time, so that they can understand my tone of voice. And VAs and AI can really accelerate content creation and personalization. So, for example, my virtual assistant will send me a draft, I review, I'll add a sentence here or there, and boom, it's done in about 2 minutes, as opposed to my old scattered bottlenecky way of handling things. So just to recap, centralize leads, assign a VA for first response, block time, and to do the things that are in your zone of genius. And if you want help building your own sales machine without hiring an expensive salesperson, check out A-Team at Diane Prince Co. And we'll have the link in comments so that you can book a call with us to learn more. All right. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I share tips to make entrepreneurship easier for anyone who wants to start a business.